you know that sound was not actually in the song itself? That was just Keith.
I was trying to imitate that song. It sounded a little bit off. It didn't sound... Falling into Spring sounds... I guess it could be a painful thing.
Sounded like a string
sounded
was...
more peaceful.
Sounded like a string was breaking, more like it, wasn't it? Good evening, everyone. Crocodile, good to see you. Sushi, good to see you as well. It is time once again on a Thursday evening to do some beverage podcasting. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith. And I was reading the board there.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, Sushi, where is it? But way up at the top.
You can put it on the board.
Yes.
Yeah. He's not around anymore, is he?
Might be around, but I don't think he's
not
doing
around. Here, no.
He's not doing White Sox games anymore.
Oh, okay. He's not. Lady, good to see you as well. Good afternoon, evening. Good afternoon, evening, everybody. Baker, good to see you as well. Bevy lads. I know. Wow. Well, I guess it is almost St. Patrick's Day.
Bevy lads.
Hi, laddie. What are you doing over here? Faith and Bigora. You almost brought the harps to the table today.
I did.
But you didn't.
You nixed it.
I said, fuck you.
You probably would have. Yeah. Well, I don't remember seeing that.
Oh, okay. I probably didn't go quite that far. Yeah, after our last St. Patrick's Day folly, I'd almost call it. It was just boring.
We were trying to make
it was just boring. We were trying to make something.
It was just
exciting.
to open the show.
Was it just the opener?
No. Today it would have just been to open.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
no, we tried to make a St. Patrick's Day thing, and it just didn't go well.
It didn't go.
That was a couple of years. I don't think that was last year. That was at least 2 or 3 years ago. But
go by I don't know, what were we talking about the other day? Crocodiles, Green Spot. We should try also Redbreast 12. Those are the 2 Irish whiskeys apparently.
Oh, okay.
On the podcast we should go for. So next time we have a couple nickels to rub together, we'll maybe go for one of those. Do you have either of those at Trader Joe's?
No, we have a Trader Joe's Reserve Irish whiskey, which gets many thumbs up from
thumbs
Fitz.
Up where?
Fitz is one of them,
I trust
several
Fitz.
of my coworkers.
I don't know about your coworkers, but I trust
give it
Fitz,
thumbs
though.
up. Yeah, he's one of them.
Fitz is giving a thumbs up. Just stopped by my local store and stocked up on my Irish booze supplies ahead of time. Can't wait until the next weekend, including my Green Spot. See? Okay, Crocodile was the one talking about it. Indeed.
The green.
Sure, and you're a good-looking, handsome pair. Aye, indeed. Aye, indeed. The Irish never quit.
The Green Spot. Okay.
Green Spot. Yeah, I can't. We'll look that up as we're sitting here sipping away. Actually, we could get out the first beverage. And also, Crocodile also had the first question of the evening. Discussion of defining what is a crushable beer. What do you think that actually, in your head, if someone, like when we say something's crushable, what does it mean?
Goes down easy?
I think so.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be low in alcohol. Usually is, but sometimes we have found, especially with some of the hazy, juicier IPAs that are just like delicious. And you're just like, oh my God, I could just drink. Like if it's something like that's just so smooth and delicious, you can just literally, you can just crush it.
Yes.
That is what we would, that is what we would
slam it, slammable, gulpable.
We usually
crushable.
Don't.
No, we don't.
That's not our thing usually, but we've talked about that like, oh man, I could just drink this and I would go grab another. And we've found some that are 8 and 9%. You're like, man, this would be dangerous.
Well, that's usually the ones for us that are like that are higher in alcohol and usually more expensive. So you're not necessarily wanting to
crushes your wallet. Is that what you're telling
me?
That's
right. Crush wallet crushable. Crushable.
Oh, did you have your seltzer?
No, I still have it. I'm saving it for just the right evening,
the right time,
the wrong evening, the best possible time. I don't know.
Maybe April 17th.
I might need it.
But yeah, that is what we kind of define usually as crushable when we talk about that sort of thing. Opener for the show. Speaking of crushable, I'm assuming this is going to be whether we like it or not.
God, I hope it's decent. I'm sorry I led you astray by saying it was a pale ale.
I mean, that still would have been pretty light. We're starting to split hairs because obviously even when I have pale ales now, I'm always kind of like, why am I buying this? To some extent. I was looking at their website, obviously links you can, we only have one link this week and we'll explain why. Most of this entirety of the show is going to be the idea we've been talking about, where we're going to do a blind tasting of 4 different whiskeys, a couple high proof, a couple regular proof, under 100 proof, however you want to say it. We're going to be doing a tasting of 4. I selected 9 bottles, which is in the picture you'll see in a little bit, or if you saw my post on Twitter, that was what we'll be tasting from. My wife is actually going to select them.
Our lovely and talented assistant is on her way. She's en route.
She is actually already en route. Keith and I, other than knowing 9 of them.
And I've already forgotten 6 of them.
Yeah. Other than knowing, well, the picture will be up on the screen.
Damn it.
We'll see that. Other than knowing what 9 there are, we will have no idea which 4 she has selected. We'll have no idea. There's going to be 2 from each group. There was 1 group of 5, 1 group of 4. I couldn't quite decide like how I want to go. And I was like, all right, let's do 2 and 2. I was talking to my friend
throw
last
more
night.
In there.
That was all I had.
Oh, okay.
That literally was actually I'm trying to think, was there even another? So there are probably about three. There's maybe 5 or 6 more bottles I could have thrown on top of there as a choice,
Joe's, right?
but they were not open. Berserker! Happy 42 months to the beverage
42
bros.
months. Holy moly.
Holy moly. Berserker, thank you for the 42 months. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you are here on a wonderful evening. I don't know how much time you have to spare, but after we have this beverage in about 20 minutes or so, we're going to go be blind tasting many a whiskey that we will not have any idea, like I said, again, outside of the general ones that I picked. We won't know which they are, where they are, and it's going to be, I think it's going to be pretty fun. I think it's going to be pretty cool.
You could have thrown the Trader Joe, or did you not have one of those open as a high proof?
I do not have one of those open at this moment.
That's all right.
That was one of the ones. I have an E.H. Taylor. I have E.H. Taylor in general, not open. I don't have, well, that one's a rye. The Trader Joe's one that we love so much. I have a Elijah Craig barrel proof. I have a Weller full proof. I have 2 more from Frey Ranch. 1 more from Frey Ranch is the bourbon. 1 is a rye. And then 1 is the smoked one that Berserker and I are going to have at some point. That Cope and I are going to have at some point. A night of excitement. I see it is going to be a night of excitement. So yeah, so there was others I could add in, but they weren't open, and I didn't want to start possibly having my wife open a bunch of other ones that I didn't want to open yet.
Yes. She would be like, I'm picking this one.
Yeah,
I'm picking this one.
I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I could have trusted her not to pick some of the ones that we already had not open. So, but Cope, it is good to see you. Thank you again for the 42 months. That is absolutely fantastic. How was your day? How is the weather right now? How is your hell diving? How's everything going? I think I've asked all the questions. 4 Peaks, Bad Birdie, Juicy Golden Ale. When I was looking on their website here, I kept reading this thinking that there was maybe like juice in here, but I think I was just misinterpreting it. Where does it say? Crushable beer with a touch of juicy flavor, which made me keep thinking, did you add something in here? Because there's not like hops. I don't smell anything.
Huh.
Well, yeah, maybe a hint of passion fruit.
Smell like a little something maybe in there.
Mango?
Can say anything? I guess the can.
No, I didn't
wouldn't
see
say
anything. You can take
Okay.
a look though. But there was something when I looked there, when I looked on a couple of other sites, just the way, sometimes the way things are phrased, and I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. I admit it. And sometimes I like overthink how someone has written something because of how the English language is. Also, if anyone has noticed, the reason I have the shirt on that has so many arms on it's to carry all the bourbon we're going to have in a little bit.
Oh, good.
That was why I put this on. Yeah, because like
4 for each.
Sometimes
Yeah,
Keith will
very
be
good.
having some chips during a break, so I just want to make sure I had enough hands to carry
a few
everything.
hands. That's
so
right.
that is that
all
is the
hands
idea.
on shirt.
All hands on a shirt. Crushable beer with a touch of juicy flavor to help match the bold personality of Bad Bird. Apparently, Bad Birdie is what? Is that a golf course? Is it a line of golf clothing? Because there are shirts and stuff you can buy with this.
Birdie.
We're not promoting any of this. It's a hashtag, not an
It
ad.
might just have something to do with, golf, obviously, but I don't know. Keeps you cool in the sun.
There's something in there. It definitely is a blonde. It's more flavorful than I thought it was going to be. That is definitely crushable. I would probably drink that down pretty easy at a ball game or something.
Got just a
little bitter,
touch of bitter at the back.
For 10 IBUs. That's more than I thought it would.
Surprisingly,
have been. 5% ABV. Golf responsibly. Well, you're doing it wrong if you're golfing responsibly. Is all I can say.
Golf responsibly. Goofy golf.
That's what it is. Miniature golf.
Miniature golf.
I like to crush these while I'm playing some miniature golf. Delicious beer captures the essence of a perfect day on the course and keeps you cool in the sun. What's the old phrase? A bad day fishing is better than a good day golfing. Is that what the saying is?
I think it's a bad day fishing is better than a good day working.
Oh, okay.
Or a bad day, insert your favorite hobby here.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it. Perfect. Ellie, how's it going? Good to see you. Ellie, wonderful to see you. Cheers. Stream for the first time in forever? Ooh, nice, Ellie. Were you streaming some Destiny or something else?
For the first time in forever.
It was beautiful.
Isn't that from Frozen, I think?
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Well, that's definitely from Frozen.
Okay. Let it go, let it go.
That's right.
Oh, are we just doing all the Frozen songs now?
Yeah.
Some Guardian game shit and like. See, I like it when people don't completely finish their sentence. It's always exciting. It leads you to the next one. A dungeon with my friends and a DSC. Of course, there had to be a Deep Stone Crypt in there. Ellie, I would have thought your account would have been hacked if you didn't say you did a Deep Stone Crypt. This is fine.
Yeah.
It's totally fine.
Yeah.
Would you buy this again?
No.
How quickly are you going to drink the other can you have?
I'll probably start my day out with one of my
Before
days.
you go to work?
Tomorrow, yeah. Tomorrow morning. I'll start my day out with this.
On your way to work?
Yeah. On my. I'll pour it over my cereal.
You pour it over your cereal, exactly. Had a hell of a night? Oh my gosh. Well, all that stuff sounds like a wonderful night or day or yesterday, whenever it happened.
Last night.
Didn't get to sleep at all. But not in the good way. God damn it, Ellie. Well, it sounds like you had a good day playing some Destiny and streaming, so let's go with that. Keep the highs and the lows out of sight. That's got to be a bumper sticker.
Highs and lows out of sight.
Ooh, should we put that on a shirt? I don't know if that pays.
We got a lot of good shirt ideas.
We do. We
should have a shirt that just has all of our ideas on it. Like a tour shirt. Actually, we had a tour shirt idea.
The tour shirt idea was good. We wrote that down, didn't we? Please tell me we wrote that down.
Thought I did. All I have is 15-year anniversary tour shirt. All I wrote. I don't know what that means.
What was on the back of it then?
I don't know. Maybe some of our favorite things.
Was it our favorite podcast?
Oh, it could be.
Was it a list of our podcasts?
It's just a whole bunch of QR codes.
just
which one is it? I don't know. Just scan it.
It says all the places we've done the podcast. Yeah. It's just 15 lit in Tucson. It's just like nothing else.
Well, different addresses.
There you go. Yeah, let's dox everybody we know. That would be great. Tool shirt. Andrew is sick AF. Thank you very much. I have the same one on. Wow, does yours say California on the side too?
Angeles, California.
Yeah, which for some reason, that's the only thing I don't like about Tool right now.
You bought it
in Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
And it says California. They all do that. Mine has Spokane. Nice. Well, at least they changed it for that. The last 2 times Tool has come to Phoenix, all the shirts always say Los Angeles on them. It's like literally you can't either not print that on there.
This is the state where you make your wine. Really?
This is the state not only where you make your wine, he literally on stage says my hometown. And you screw us like this.
Yeah. You just say my hometown.
The one that just says space. Hell yeah,
AboutBeverages.com.
Oh my God, that would be amazing if we had one that just said space. That would be perfect.
This is going to be worse than that time I was stuck behind
I'll
Robert
just do it for
Lozier
free.
at the airport.
May I have your name, please?
Robert Lozier.
Can you spell that for me?
Certainly. That's Robert Lozier. R as in Robert Lozier. O as in, oh my God, it's Robert Lozier. B as in, by God, that's Robert Lozier. E as in, everybody loves
Robert Lozier.
R as in, Robert Lozier. T
Is that
as in
Fallen
Tim.
or Fallon
Look
over
there,
Spring?
It's Robert Lozier. Space.
Fallen.
Okay. I wasn't sure it was Jimmy.
L
Space.
as in, look, it's Robert Lozier.
Ellie, I am sorry to see that, but I'm glad you had some friends look in on you and you are surviving, which is a good thing. So I'm glad you're here in stream, which is always something I look for. Whenever you pop in just for a moment, I know everything is at least going okay.
Yeah. We're hopefully give you a little distraction, even if it's just for a few minutes.
That's right. I am distracting. This mug right here, I tell you.
We are distracted.
Spent all day grinding the new SMG from Prophecy and got the good roll threat detector onslaught. Ooh, nice. Nice, brothers. Yeah, I may do some of that this weekend at some point. I need to get that one. I might do a little nightfall grinding. Who knows? But yeah, I want to get some of that stuff. But we got time. We have so many more months before new Destiny stuff comes out. What have you been up to? Anything exciting? New shows?
I was a few minutes late because I just finished Saul. Just this very afternoon.
The entire show?
The entire show. I finished it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I wanted because I thought I couldn't come over here and say I still have one episode left. I was like,
I did that with the bear.
Yeah, well, that's a little bit different. This one I was like, I had to get it in there at the right time, and I did. I wish it wouldn't have been quite as much black and white. I know why they did it, especially early on. It was differentiating, but I wish there could have been like okay, now this is all we're showing you. So, but then they did go back and forth a few times to the present. So I get that, but I was like, Yeah.
How did you feel about all the present stuff? The black and white, because that's in the present. That's with Catherine Hepburn, or not Catherine Hepburn,
Carol Burnett.
With Carol Burnett.
That was good. I didn't know she was in it. That was
almost died.
Yeah. That.
And the Cinnabon. I mean, they'd been showing that for a while. You're like, oh, how is he going to get here eventually? What's going to happen? And him working at the Cinnabon and doing all that stuff.
It's funny for you watch Parks and Rec.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who he keeps eating the cinnamon roll with, that's Jerry Gergich.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it made me want a cinnamon, even though it's in black and white. I wanted it.
Oh God, one of those cinnamon rolls are nuts.
And he's eating it with a fork and a knife, and yeah, that was good. That episode was a little tedious, but now I know what, because he was like, "I'll take this into my own hands." He was trying to get that guy not to say anything, so he had to.
Mm-hmm.
But he was always had to be an angle. Always had to do something.
Yeah, he just always needed just a little bit more.
Even the one guy's like, "I'm not robbing a guy with cancer." He's like, "I can't do that. It doesn't matter what I'm like, "No, don't go back." So you knew something, and then the guy's all panicky and crashes his cab into that, and you're like, all right, But anyway, so I would say my interest dipped after the Salamanca.
Yeah,
and
after
that
happened
was done,
earlier than when I thought it was going to.
That was like
also,
episode 9 or something. And
yeah,
I'm like, wait, there's 4 episodes left.
Yeah,
I was like, what's gonna?
I felt the same way too. Yeah, that was kind of a bummer. Like I said, with Lalo and stuff. Because I mean, obviously, you're like, well, he's not in Breaking Bad. So you're like, he's not around.
He's not going to be around.
When's it going to happen? So that was.
Of course, I didn't realize Howard wasn't going to be around either.
Yeah, that was bad, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that was a great scene though, right?
When he shot him.
Yeah. And he comes in and just like the candles do
candle,
the little flicker and that whole bit. And then, and him, when he's talking to him, accusing him, it was kind of like, that was what I almost wanted when you were talking the other week, when you're like, I don't know what her deal is. And I was like, he literally is about to say all of these things you were saying last week, where he's like, and you, Kim, you had a bright future, this and that. He's like, are you getting back at me because I did this to you one time? Or like, what? Like he's trying to figure, he's like, or do you just like it? Like, are you just like, he said everything that you kind of were thinking the previous, because you were like, I don't quite know why she enjoys that as much as she does.
Well,
like,
and then I finally figured out there were those 2 scenes that were flashbacks to her childhood.
Yeah,
the one
where the mom encouraged
the one they
her.
never said her name, I don't believe, where she went to pick her up late and she was late and then she started walking home. I don't think they ever said her name. If they did, I missed it, because I was like, well, who was that? But then, all of a sudden, she's arrested for shoplifting. And Kim, what do you? I was like, oh,
yeah. And then the mom
that's
all
like little Kim.
Mom's all like thumbs up.
Yeah.
I was like, what kind of drinks will you be trying? There are going to be so many. Riding time. It is good to see you. We just had.
We don't even know yet. Besides this.
Yeah. Besides this one, which is up here, the Bad Birdie Juicy Golden Ale, which was fine. It was okay. Yeah. We will be choosing between 9 different bourbons. I shouldn't say we will be choosing. My wife will be picking those very shortly. She'll be choosing 4 of them, and we'll be trying those completely not knowing what they are. So a blind tasting in all sense of the word, at least to us, other than kind of having a vague idea that it could be one of these. But basically cutting that in half, and who knows what order they're in and all that kind of stuff. Haven't seen you since football season October. How you been?
It's been a while. I've been good overall. Yeah, things are, life is flying by, moving right along, but things are good. Thank you very much for asking. We're speaking of football, seems like it's a foregone conclusion. The Bears are,
I guess, I don't know. I kept
turning Justin Fields into a running back.
Yeah, that would be funny. I keep seeing a lot of other like little things going on today. Like actually, although the good news today was we signed Jalen Johnson, so that happened today. We had placed the franchise tag on him on Monday, I think is when we had to do it, and then we re-signed Jalen Johnson, which was great. Basically one of the top 2 cornerbacks in the league. And it seems like we wound up getting a decent deal out of it. Yeah. 4 years, $74 million, I think 50 some million guaranteed or whatever, but we've got a big name locked up in each phase of the defense. So I'm pretty happy about that. And he was a huge piece of that, but yeah, it's sounds like it with Caleb Williams. I don't know how I feel about it. The best thing I have heard is if somehow we can get Caleb Williams at 1, and then either he falls to 9 or we trade up a little bit and we get Roma Dunze. Like that would be pretty much amazing. That's
I don't know who that is.
It's basically he and Marvin Harrison are like 1A, 1B in the draft for wide receiver. So if
there's another guy,
or there's a tight end.
LSU.
There's a top tight end too. That
the guy from Georgia.
That guy could like easily
He's
fall
good.
to us at 9. So we could get him at 9.
We're pretty happy with Komet, aren't we?
What's that?
Komet?
Oh, I love Komet.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and we just re-signed him. No, but having 2 stud tight ends,
that's
literally.
true. Yeah, the Georgia,
and especially
tight end,
the Georgia guy, like has some extra speed
God,
too.
I knew
which
his
we don't
name.
have.
I can't think of it, but that guy was good. There's a LSU receiver who's supposed to be really good, and I thought his name is like Neighbors or
Neighbors.
Friends.
No,
or
Neighbors.
Neighbors. Okay.
Yeah, he's up there too, but he's usually a little bit lower. May not come across right, but I secretly have always liked the Bears since I was little. Well, I appreciate that, brothers. Yeah, we were having a lot. There was a lot of good football conversation the other day, as brothers always starts in chat. There was a lot of Hall of Fame talk and best defenses and all those kinds of things. So But yeah, like I said, I'm glad we at least got him signed because that didn't drag out. I don't know. How does that work when you place the franchise tag on someone? I guess you can't do it anymore now because that's over, so it doesn't matter. Just gave you longer time to kind of work out the contract, I suppose. But
Well, yeah, you're saying you're at least hanging on to them for a year.
yeah,
At that
I guess I
average.
meant like I was like you can't. But say they had done this, and I guess you don't really do it to the last day. But say you'd done it early, and then all of a sudden you came to a contract, and you're like, oh, we take that back. I want to use it on someone else now.
I think once you've done it, you
Okay, I didn't
yeah.
know.
I
didn't
think once
so.
you've declared, I declare.
But yeah, no, I think that's really cool that they did that. They got him locked up, and yeah, I don't know. I feel, I don't know. I would like my dream had been that they would keep him, trade back, get Marvin Harrison Jr. or something like that, and then keep building around him because I think we have more holes on our team than just one player. But I don't know if he's really the player that they say he is. It's like I don't know. Is it worse draft it? So my fear is this: if we don't take Caleb Williams, then everyone like he looks good. Justin Fields stays average to good, but never really gets a lot better. And everyone's like, oh, you could have taken him and you didn't. Or we
The
take
second
him.
coming of Patrick Mahomes.
Right. Or we take him and he is a flop and they're like, well, he would have been great if he was on any other team.
And-
Which that's the part we can't win at. Like, because I don't know how good he's really going to be. Because like half of his stud plays for USC are him running around like, and he has a cannon for an arm, but half of his plays are just like running around in space being, it's like, well, I have Justin Fields for that. It's like,
Supposedly though, yeah, I know like Sims was raving about him, and it seems like there's a
a
lot
little
of people
too much. We talked about that last week.
about Caleb Williams.
Yeah, he was almost like making out with him practically. Are you talking about Chris Sims?
Yeah, but
Chris
I
Sims-
didn't hear this till after. I don't think
We didn't talk about that?
I don't think you and I talked about
Chris
that.
Sims, it was Mike Florio. Chris Sims and him were talking back and forth, and it was just like they were practically like, because they did an interview with him, and he even says like, I'm just going to kiss your ass this entire interview. I was like, okay, buddy, settle down. Plus the tag is usually 1 year deal, 10 to 20. Oh yeah, no, I know how the tag works and what happens. Like it was going to be a tag for like $19.8 million. It was just jokingly in my head. I was like, oh, if someone signs and you don't actually officially have to, because they always talk about did they sign their tag?
Yeah.
Like sign the tender or whatever. If they don't do that, can you take it back and use it on someone else? Which I don't think you can. I was just joking. John Duck, what's up, dude? Definitely
chat.
love some bourbons. First time chatter. Thank you for coming in.
First
love
time
some
chat,
bourbons.
long time listener. Wait,
Yeah,
no? Okay,
we're
no.
gonna go grab some of those pretty shortly. We've got actually, you know what? Let's put up that graphic.
Put that picture up. Let people decipher what is on there.
Yeah, let's get some of this
They can
chatting.
send the power out to Litha to see what she picks if they have preferences for us
Yeah.
to try. But
So this is what we have on
We're
the
just
table
happy.
this evening. This is something we've been talking about doing for quite a while. Some form of this. We might, if we like this and this is fun, we might do some more of these in the future. We definitely have some more options.
That'd be fun.
Gin would be fun. Obviously, we could do rye whiskeys. Like I said, we could do other,
Vodka?
Scotch. I have plenty of scotches. We could do scotch and rye. Vodkas we've done because you don't need to be blind because you know they all taste the same. But this is what we have on the table. We have 9 different bourbons. We're not trying them all tonight. How this is working is we've got, let's see. We've got Old Forester, the Statesman. We've got Stag Junior. We've got a Smoke Wagon Small Batch. We've got Frey Ranch Barrel Proof. Got Blanton's. We have Larceny Barrel Proof. We have Henry McKenna Bottled and Bond.
Dang.
We have Vantage Bourbon. And we have Dragon Origin.
Is the Vantage the one we did for our? No, that's the
And I
other
swear
one,
there
right?
might be one else hiding in there. No, I think I got them all.
I think you got them.
Okay.
That's pretty good how you did that with the pointing. I guess you
I was
probably
trying.
have a lot of
I was trying with them, and I tried to line the bottles up so you could see a little bit. The Statesman is the worst one because it's kind of way over there in the corner. Anyway, so there's 9 of them here. There's kind of 2 groups. There's a group of 5 that is regular proof bourbons, under 100 proof bourbons, however you want to say it. And then there's a group of 4 that are over 115 proof. That's the lowest one. My wife is going to pick 2 from each of those ones, pour them for both of us, mix them up, so it's not like the high proof in this. So we'll have no idea. We'll come in here,
Good call.
and then we're just going to sit here and so the first one we could get could be super hot, or it could not be for the last 2. We have no idea. Taste them. We'll go to each one, taste them, just talk about them, just kind of have a good time chatting about it. We'll probably pick our favorites. Even though I've had all of these, I don't even think I would be even close to guessing that one's definitely this one. Maybe some of the high proof ones, but I'd probably be wrong. So I don't know how foolish I want to look. But it's going to be interesting to see
Put yourself out there.
what winds up being on the table and which one winds up being our favorite. If I were the Bears, I wouldn't draft Caleb Williams. I would get the guy from LSU, Jaden Daniels, or UNC Drake May, then trade up For Malik Neighbors, LSU wide receiver. Oh, there we go. Neighbors. That's who you were talking about. Yep. We don't have as much draft capital for that. That would definitely be a dream. Also, yeah, I'd probably, I don't know. I don't know about quarterbacks enough. Caleb needs to find a veteran quarterback to refine his game. The other quarterbacks are more NFL ready, in my opinion. I don't think any quarterback is really NFL ready, in my opinion. I truly believe that. Like, I think all of them, any of these quarterbacks could use some seasonings. But again, who really knows, brothers? Your point is completely valid.
CJ Stroud played pretty well last
year. Yeah, no, it's true. That's true. But yeah, I don't think, like I said, from looking at the rest of them, like I think probably Drake May is probably the most ready one out of just the clips that I have seen. But again, it's, you know, it's out there.
And they were saying this is a best before June 24th. So I guess kind of fresh for what it is. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't say
they go out 4 months or not, but
didn't say.
No, I don't think so.
Hello.
No. Hello, Planty. Hello. How are you? Good to see you. You just made it in time for the main event. It's still raining outside. Nice.
Yeah. I was tempted. It was so cold and rainy. I was like, just want to stay home and
I know.
Snuggle up on the couch.
Yeah. I had like a little bit of lunch and I finished a few things. I sat down. I was just kind of looking at my phone. I was like, no, we need to do this podcast. Keith and I sent a text to each other at the exact same time. We're like, rainy day?
Yeah. Staying home.
Although it'd be fun if we had like some sort of, which we kind of could, maybe with one of the better iPads. Like if we ever said like, you want to just go sit outside in the rain from the iPad and just like talk. I've seen people that do like fireside conversations where you have a little fire going to sit there and chat. Like
and do, and still be live or like what, FaceTime? You mean?
Yeah, you could just do live.
Oh,
through the Twitch app.
Oh,
you can go live directly through the Twitch app and then it just uses your camera. So it'd be just sitting there. If I were the Seahawks, I would call the Bears for Justin Fields to get in the first rounder, and then they could draft a top wide receiver. Brothers, I'll take it. Because right now it seems like there is no market for Justin Fields, even though it's like everyone seems to like love him, but then everyone's like, well, I don't know if I just want him to like, yeah, I don't get it.
Damaged goods.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, we have to get out the blindfolds. We have to do that too. Doing great, Planty. We're very excited. In fact, you know what? Let's since my wife is already home, she got home a little bit early. Let's.
There'll be a few extra minutes of prep probably to get everything in here safely.
Yeah, give her a chance to kind of get things out. I'll get out a piece of paper and stuff so she can write down info for us as well. And so we'll take a little, let me refresh this actually first. Take a little break and then we'll, spend the rest of the evening just sipping and chatting about some whiskey. So hopefully you guys are into that and we will be
right back.
Perhaps right back. And we are back. Perfect timing. Buster got sassy while we were gone. It happens.
And watch weird people on the internet. Is that us? Or are you watching something else?
Do you play videos and watch weird people on the internet? I haven't said anything yet. I mean, that's us right there. Although it doesn't have to be weird. That's when you take the time. You don't not say anything. That's when you jump in and say like, no, there's a lot of great people on the internet too. Maybe not where you're at right now, but there are a lot of great people.
He will not be able to see Cotton. The blindfolds.
Oh, let's see if this pays off for him, Cotton.
Old
what?
Move,
I wanted blindfolds, like some messed up Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. Yeah. No, so we kind of explained and made sure my wife knew exactly what was going on with the process. She did. She had it all in line. So she is currently right now picking the whiskeys, writing them down. So in a couple minutes, she'll let us know that she's got it done. Then we'll go get him, and the tasting will begin. Yeah, MacGruber. How about instead of MacGyver, it was MacGruber.
So I think I heard you say at the time that it ended that Saul didn't win any sort of Emmy awards? Or
I said, no, it won some. But I said,
okay.
Well, I was mad that the first season that Jonathan Banks didn't win. And especially for that first season, the one where he talks about, I broke my boy.
Oh, yeah.
How do you not win for that episode alone? It was ridiculous. But no, I can't think of her name. Ray Seahorn. She never won. It was ridiculous.
Huh. Yeah, no, she was good.
It's just silly. Are you going to drink or spit? We drink here, Crocodile.
They were definitely not good for each other.
No, and in interesting ways, too.
Yeah.
Because you'd think that, like, oh, those little things. But, like, even with it all, like, Jimmy, or like I said, Bob Odenkirk, like, his character was more about Saul. Like, he was more about the fun of it. He was more about like being silly or just kind of doing things as a goof, where she kind of like got serious with it almost. You know what I mean? Which is kind of how she was in her career and being serious. Like she took that thing that was a fun game, tricking people, doing whatever, maybe scamming some people or something. Like she took it like turned it into like that kind of thing. So I'm here for the spitting, Guardian down. Maybe we'll spit once just
beard
for you.
looks off. It's because it's too much gray. That's why the beard looks off.
Oh, is it? My daughter said you too. Keith's beard look off. She's 9. That's fine. Better Call Saul didn't win a Primetime Award after many nominations. Okay. It didn't win any. I feel like it won something. It must have won some.
A scene where she's on the bus and just like breaks out crying. That's like some serious sobbing she was
Critics' Choice. Satellite Awards. What are those? The gray looks good. There you go.
Yeah.
List
The
of
Platinum
awards
Blondes.
and nominations. Did Saul win an Emmy? Saul was nominated for 53 Emmys. It won 0.
I remember. Yeah,
That is dumb. That's why you don't believe the Emmys anyway. You ever win an Emmy? I think Keith and I may have accidentally won an Emmy. It's got more awards than the Chicago Bears. No, that's not true. The Bears actually have won a Super Bowl. How many times have the Dolphins actually? They've gotten one?
Dolphins?
They have the perfect season? Do they have 2?
They won 2 in a row.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
The only thing that's good about the Dolphins is they didn't waste Dan Marino's career. All the Super Bowls he won when he was their quarterback. Like, talk about a quarterback that didn't get like completely hit into obscurity. It's always a good one. Dolphins have the perfect season. No, they must have won 2. If Keith says they won 2, they won 2.
Yeah, they beat the Steelers and they beat the Vikings.
There you go.
In back-to-back. They lost the previous year to the Cowboys, I believe.
Everyone knows it was an excellent show. It needs no awards. There you go. That's the way I feel about it. I think that's the way you have to look at it. So anyway, so kind of to go over again right now, if you just got in, like right here, we've got 9 different bourbons, some high proof, some regular proof, under 100 proof kind of stuff. Perfection is worth 5 Super Bowls minimum. Guardian down, I almost can't disagree with that. I'm just going to let that one go. Yeah, Perfection is pretty good. No one else has done it. No one else has done it. We've got 9 different bourbons we're going to possibly have this evening, but they're not going to be all had because my wife is only picking
9
4 of them.
options.
9 options. That's the best way to say
9
it.
choices.
Teams with 6 Super Bowls, Steelers and Patriots. How many of the Patriots Super Bowls are actually legitimate Super Bowls, though? I mean, that's the real question.
Chiefs have 4 now, huh?
They do have 4.
Oh, okay.
Homie has it.
Yeah.
So it actually might
Niners?
be might be the Steelers, the only ones that have 6.
Niners have 4.
I gotta get through my speech.
Go ahead. Get back to it.
I'm gonna stop being interrupted by chat.
Okay.
I'm not gonna look.
No chat.
9 different bourbons, 4 high proof, 4 100 proof or less. Nope, I'm not gonna look. God damn it. Master Pontificator. Yeah, that's what's going on. Microbes, thank you for popping in and thanking Berserker for the 12 months of gifted subs that he gave you. You're on month
there you
number
go.
4. You are here for the distraction. Oh, wait, maybe we can just be distracted by whiskey. Done. Okay, whiskey is done. All right, let's just go get the whiskey. We'll come back in and I can yammer about it then. All right, we're not even gonna go to break. We're just gonna go get the whiskey.
Can leave the screen just as it is.
We're just gonna go get the
You
whiskey.
watch us get up.
You can watch us get up. Look at this. You never get to see this. Keith has legs. I know you guys all wonder. Look at that. He's in pantaloons.
Oh wait, what's happening here? Okay.
Why do you keep hitting
Water
everything?
everywhere. I know.
Oh my god.
Chaos.
And if they
My
wanna drink
immersion is
Merlot,
broken.
We're drinking Merlot.
No, if anybody orders Merlot, I'm leaving. I am not drinking any fucking Merlot.
Okay, relax, Miles. Jesus, no Merlot.
That's good. We're not drinking any Merlot. It's all whiskey tonight. The rest of the night is all whiskey. Guardian down. Thank you for the Merlot one. Oh, great. Alerts are off now. They're on right there. There. They're on for the rest of the evening.
We could even mix them up now.
This is going to be a casual podcast. Need a little bit more space. There we go. All right. So we have 4 bourbons in front of us right now. My wife has selected all of them. We have no idea out of these 9 which 4 she picked. We do know that 2 of them are of the high proof variety, 115 and above, and 2 of them are below that number. pretty much 100 or below. So we've got that going on right now. Do you have a cowboy hat? No, I don't have a cowboy hat. Just because we're having whiskey, I don't have to wear a cowboy hat. Although it's not a bad idea. You're not wrong. Blau, it is good to see you. Legs, it's anarchy. Also, again, Microbes, thank you for the 4 months of resubbing. How many of them did she drink to figure out your 4?
Oh.
She has had all of them at some point. My wife loves whiskey, loves bourbon. I am very
Tried
lucky in
them
that
all.
regard.
She's like, oh,
Yeah.
all right, here's
Not
the 4.
tonight, though. Good question, though. Not tonight.
Here are the
She
4.
did pick one of them to have because I saw her walking off with some with her dinner. Yeah. Tonight, nope, just the one. Just the one she was taking with her.
Afternoon, everybody.
Guardian down.
What's the story, Noam? Thirsty guy walks into a bar. You finish it.
Guardian down with the 30 months. Guardian down, thank you for the resub. Oh my God, the world's longest message ever. I got to stretch. I'm glad you did this before we got into the tasting. I appreciate it. Guardian down, thank you for the resub, the 30 months as always. 4 whiskeys, 2 brothers, 1 table. Here's a joke. Me. Can I get you all started on some drinks? Customer. Can I get a virgin screwdriver? I laugh thinking she's joking. Me. Orange juice. Question mark? Gotcha. Customer. Deadly serious. No, I want a virgin screwdriver. Me. A screwdriver is just vodka and orange juice. Take away the alcohol and it's just, well, orange juice. Customer. Are you going to bring me what I asked for or do I need to get your manager? She got her $8.95.
Orange juice.
Orange juice. It's the 4 she likes the least. It could be. We honestly have no idea. Picture up on the screen. You can pretty much see all of them here. There's like ones that are kind of in the corner. Yeah. Orange juice. You can kind of see all of them for the most part. Could be any one of these. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the only one that's a little trickier to see is that
one?
guy right there.
That's the Statesman. That is Old Forester, the Statesman. That is 95 proof. The other one that's a little hard to see is this one right here. This is the Henry McKenna 10-year bottled and bond.
I was so concerned about keeping these in order, but then I realized there's numbers on the bottom.
She got her $8.95 orange juice. Oh, is that what it was supposed to say at the end? It was the orange juice? Oh,
Yeah.
no, okay. I was wondering. I was like, still good though. Guardian down. I appreciate you. Thank you for the 30-month resub. All right. To number 1, double checking. To number 1. The only thing I will notice right away is actually I was noticing is one of these seem a little bit lighter. Maybe that one definitely seems darker. The other 3 seem about the same color. I'd say the one on the far right seems darker.
Far right's definitely darker.
Okay.
What does that mean? Nothing. Just that it's darker.
I mean, it's probably been oaked. You would think oaked more. Could be longer aged. So this one
Double oaked, arrogant bastard. Oh wait, no.
could be, yeah, could be one of the ones that's more of like like more of the 10-year kind of variety. Like so that could be like the Henry McKenna. It could be a Larceny. Maybe the Stag. Could be the Frey Ranch. Frey Ranch, I think, is not as long, but that one usually seems to be a little dark. No, just do one at a time.
Oh, do one at a time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're comparing.
No. So we'll go one. So we'll do this one,
Okay.
talk about it, and then we move to the next one because then it's kind of more like, oh wow, then you can kind of compare it to the last one, and then
All right.
after we've gone like once through, we can start like saying like, do you know which one you might is your least favorite? Like you
Yeah.
kind of go least to
Push it
first,
that
and push
way.
them,
Yeah.
and then if we have discussion, you can kind of keep going back.
Sounds good.
Yeah. What's the dinner menu for tonight? Before the stream, I had some Detroit deep dish pizza from Costco. I did their like little pizza thing. What
Ooh,
what
I
did
didn't
you
know
have?
they had that. I just had some crackers and hummus.
That's that vegan cop drama.
Crackers and hummus. Protecting the streets from crime.
In a world.
In a vegan way.
Are these approved AboutBeverages Glencairn glasses? 2 of them are. I needed 8 glasses, so we kind of had to go
Yes,
for my
I
ones
have
that are
one,
not
yeah.
all etched, but
Yep.
these 2 of them are. Which anybody, if they want to purchase them, you're more than welcome to. Keith with the healthy option. Yeah, Keith is always the smarter when it comes to that. Right?
Salad or something when I get home, but who knows? Who knows what's on tap for tonight?
So what are you getting in the nose there?
Lighter. It's
Seems
it's
a little
more
lighter.
Like
Little brown sugar. There's a little heat in there.
yeah,
Little heat later on, little brown
little
sugar.
little sweetness.
Burger King Whopper. Oh, is that what you're having, Planty? Deeper, please.
Hold the pick.
We haven't gotten to the spitting for you yet, Guardy. Now we'll get there. We'll get there. Brown sugar,
Yeah.
little barrel,
Little
maybe
heat,
a little
kind of easy though.
bit of heat.
Yeah.
I'm interested once we get through, because obviously 2 of these are higher proof and some aren't. Like once we get through
Right.
them once, how everything be like, now everything's smooth. I'm trying something I haven't from The Place.
The place.
The Place? The Place. Okay, I'm going to put this here. Teams with asterisks next to their champs with cheating. The Houston Astros 2017. Agree?
They did cheat.
Okay, that one's easy. Michigan Wolverines 2023. I don't know about
I don't know as much about that.
I don't know about that one. New Orleans Saints Bounty Gate. Notice you left the Patriots out of there for at least 2 of those. One of them was completely admitted that they were like literally cheating and filming the other team. We're not doing that one. Who I also ordered food from today. Another new option for me from there. Oh, a bison. Okay, yeah. You always get like subtle about it. Like you can't put the name of North Star Bison in the chat. I'm always like, oh, are you talking about something else? They got suspended for cheating. Who got suspended for cheating? Are we talking about the Astros? They didn't take their title away or anything, did they?
No,
just
but
found were
but a
cheating.
lot of the people and the manager got fired, and Cora even had to be
Right.
Yeah, so there was definitely a lot of stuff there. Yeah, Harbaugh did have to spend some time away from the sidelines.
He had to spend some time away from the sidelines. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess maybe. I guess though, if they were cheating though, they wouldn't have put him in the game. I guess. I don't know. I don't know how that works. The only reason we say stuff like that is because it's literally like we don't like I don't have anything against Jim Harbaugh. I think he's kind of a dick, but like whatever. He seems like he's a good coach. Beltran lost his Mets manager job before he got. Oh yeah, that's right. He did, didn't he? Paco, hi. You missed earlier.
Hi,
We had your beer earlier, Paco.
I think I combined it and said Punko.
Oh, that's not bad. Can we call you Punko?
It's quite an accident, but it just happened.
It's fine.
Hello, Paco.
You say his manager got fired and now the coach of the Tigers. Oh, is that true?
AJ Hinch. Yep. Yeah, he got fired.
Hinchy. All right. Number 2.
Notes are lower. The notes are lower in this one.
Say so.
Jeez. Just determined to spill water in one way or another. Okay.
I'm sure there are plenty more cases of cheating. Like they say, the White Sox through the World Series and they got suspended. Talking about like the 19.
The Black Sox scandal.
Yeah.
Yep. Banished for life. I almost got my own iPad with the water.
That would have been bad.
Just a few little drips.
Got a lot of spice kind of on the front.
Yeah,
on the
there's
soft
definitely more
palate kind of pops
flavor.
up. Not a lot of heat though.
No.
So I don't think this is a high proof one. I just think it's something that's maybe a little, maybe not quite as refined. Definitely a lot of spice on the front of my tongue on that one. If you aren't cheating, you aren't trying. I mean, that sounds like a Jim Rome thing. Wasn't that Jim Rome used to say that? I think that was a Jim Rome thing. People are still wondering if Joe Madden cheated his way to his 2016 championship.
Wow.
I don't think anyone's wondering that, Guardian Down. You're the only one. Guardian Down has a website with 1 follower, and he's like, I think they cheated. There's no way the Cubs did anything. If anything, they tried to throw it themselves.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Let's not even talk.
They did.
That's the argument you could get into. Bonds cheating? I mean, well, you've got the whole steroid era stuff, too.
More cinnamony, more sweet. Spicy, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you go back to the first one? Did you
Just did a quick sniff.
guess technically he didn't. I think Bond should be in the Hall. Bond almost should be in the Hall of Fame just for the career before they know he did steroids. Don't you think? Almost like his.
Oh,
he
yeah.
was on the
He
way
didn't
to
need
be
to,
like.
yeah.
So wasn't against the rules of the. I mean, it was looked away at the time. Let's just say that at least. Yeah, I think Barry Bonds probably should. What about Roger Clemens? I was just gonna. Wow, I was just gonna say. I think probably Roger Clemens should be too, right?
It should be
In the Hall of Fame.
Oh, he's got his stuff too, though.
I know, but I was saying, like, don't you think he had enough of a thing before people thought he was cheating? Like, all of a sudden he became...
Yeah, he had already
was
won.
he with the Blue Jays? Was that when he started getting beefcakey?
He'd already won Cy Youngs, and his career was kind of going down, but then it popped back up there.
I got your back, Bev. A-Rod?
McGuire.
I mean, A-Rod. There's a lot of them that they had careers and then they just started bulking up because of whatever. Paco. Yeah. More sweet, a little bit of oak. This one's spicy cinnamon. All right. Move on to 3 now. I have not had anything, obviously, any whiskey of any kind at all today. So that's why I didn't want to comment on like, oh, that's the hot one already. Because I'm like, I need to get through all 4 of these to figure out what is actually eat. I don't think either one of those, unless they are one of the... There's a couple that I have that are deceptively smooth for the proof. I don't think it's either one of those. I'm just going to say that outright because I feel that I would notice that, but I want to get to the other ones because that one was very spicy, but it was all on the palate. Like nothing's been like super hot going down.
Except the first one a little bit, but
Hall of Fame is about the history of the game that is part of history, and it wasn't against the rules of the time. I mean, for a long time I was definitely one of the people that said keep them out, but I think Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame. Like all that stuff, you can put them in the Hall of Fame and then still say the bad things that they did too, because I agree it is about the history of the game. How do you feel about that?
Well, I think Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame because it was never about his performance on the field.
Also
he gave everything. Obviously, as a manager, he was betting, and he wasn't supposed to be doing that.
He never bet against his team, did he?
Supposedly, he didn't. I mean, you never know. Supposedly, that's the story. That's Pete's story, and he's sticking to it.
What about the other steroid era stuff then? Is that a case by case basis, or do you feel like if the numbers were what they would have been, like? Because they weren't cracking down on it? Because, I mean, isn't that kind of baseball's fault for not cracking down on some of that stuff?
I mean, baseball did have a revival in 1998 with the McGuire and Sosa chase. That kind of brought things back, especially a few years removed from the strike. Made it exciting. I don't...
It's a good question.
I don't know how technical it was, but they weren't supposed to be doing steroids though. Right. Are you saying steroids were legal? I don't think they were legal. Otherwise they would have said, yeah, I'm doing roids. Sure. Sammy also corked his back.
So they crack down on it now? I mean, more so, I guess, right? Like you don't hear any talk about it anymore.
No, not anymore. Well, also too,
I
because
don't think it was like, it wasn't like you said, it wasn't against the rules, but it was, wasn't it? Like you weren't supposed to.
I don't know. That's a...
Yeah. If something's federally illegal, then you probably can't be like, it's federally illegal, but I can do it on the baseball field. Like,
baseball
in
is
the
legal.
locker room.
Yeah.
Ticky-tack thing, well, I don't know if it's ticky-tack. It definitely improved people with their records and stuff. You can't say that it didn't.
It made those who were better or who were good better. They had to have the talent anyways. So they hit the ball farther.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's ticky-tack. Because then do you think it's ticky-tack when people cheat like in video games? You don't like that, do you? It's good people that are getting even better because they're cheating. Like everyone's always coming and talking about that kind of stuff. But in the sport, no. I can't imagine something is banned at the federal level, but it's okay in baseball. Frosty, that doesn't make sense. I'm sure you're probably right because you usually are. You get me on some sort of technicality, but that does not compute in my brain that something is federally illegal, but in the sport it's legal? Or are you just saying that it wasn't talked about? Like, because those are two different things. I mean, don't you think this? I think the same thing in sports. If you're cheating in sports, that's small weenie syndrome. Like, that's pretty easy.
That's what happens when you took steroids.
They were first banned in 1981 in baseball, but they didn't test for it until 2003. See, look, Paco's looking up facts. This is why we love Paco so much. They both were publicly saying they were doing HGH during that time, which wasn't against MLB rules. Not until the issue of steroids was public. Then the HGH was tied to it, and then it was frowned upon.
Well, I know the time McGuire said, too, he was doing the creatine.
That was his big thing. He did admit to the creatine powder. Yeah. Because I remember that. And I remember during that whole chase, too, you always thought it was super funny that this really large human being, powerful and whatever, took tiny little baby steps as he ran around. You always thought that was so funny. Like he had these little kind of tiny little steps.
Yeah. But that was
that's
a
not
fun
true
time.
though. That is not true. Subpar people looking for an unfair advantage. Everyone we just talked about was way above subpar,
Unless
and they
you're
were looking
talking
for an even
about
more
from
advantage.
a morals standpoint, they're subpar. Because from a talent standpoint, they weren't
Yeah.
subpar.
Okay.
Because we've already established that Barry Bonds was probably a Hall of Famer. Based
Roger
on what he
Clemens,
did.
Hall of Famer. Barry Bonds, Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Like
So they just, yeah.
Keith gets it. Subpar people.
Oh, that because I
Oh.
said
Oh,
subpar
okay.
of character.
Yeah.
Okay, subpar character.
I always wonder how far like you want to talk about that stuff though. Is people like that they like anything you do, if you're trying to gain an advantage, does that mean you're doing something that's necessarily cheating or subpar? If you're deflating a football, if you're like scuffing up something, if you're like, you see the kickers, they used to work them up and you look for certain, like all that stuff, you're trying to gain some advantage, but you're trying to do it usually within the rules.
Right.
And so then that was just even more outside of the rules, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can start getting ticky tacky and all that stuff. I don't think it should be done. I think it's ridiculous. Like, it's sad if you're already that good and you feel you need to do that.
But you did have people whose numbers like I remember Brady Anderson all of a sudden hit 52 home runs the one year.
Yeah.
I remember like Luis Gonzalez went from like in the teens and 20s to hitting 40s and 50 home runs. And and you could tell he looked big too. So he was never one of the ones mentioned, but he certainly looked different. That's for sure.
Tom Brady cheat, or was his team throwing him under the bus? Bill is a cheater in my book and used Tom Brady as a fall guy. I will stand by that. I mean, if you know that for a fact, then sure, stand by that.
This one's got kind of a combination of both. It's got a little spicy.
Brady Anderson from nothing to all those homers.
That's yeah.
Exactly. The tiny sips. This one has what?
It's kind of a combination of both. It's got some sweet, but it's got some spice.
This is probably my favorite so far.
Me too. It's my favorite.
Yeah,
so far.
I think this is my favorite so far. Little spice on the front of the tongue, goes down pretty smooth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of like now I'm like, okay, which one of these is the high proof one? Because this one right here is the lowest of the high proof. It's 115.
Okay.
This one's 132. This one's like 131, and this one's like 126. So we have 3 big ones in here. So at least one of those has to be in here. So unless it's the last one, which it could be because I think that's one of the darker ones.
Yep.
All these other ones have been surprisingly smooth, which is great. I guess.
These have been the two. Well, this one had at least heat going down. This one didn't.
Drink
really
it
have
in;
any.
it always goes down smooth.
Scotchity scotch. Oh wait, no, we're drinking.
I played football. And we used to deflate footballs to get a better grip. Is that considered cheat? That's what I'm saying. I mean, technically, that's against the rules. You're not
I guess
supposed
there's a
to.
certain.
There is a certain PSI range it's supposed to be in, and
Yes.
if you go below that, I mean, that's why they did a lot of the stuff with like even kickers had to like. That's why they have a different football. They like all that stuff like changed because of those things.
Had to wear special socks. Oh wait, no.
Sometimes barefoot. No one does a barefoot kicker anymore.
Damn, that was always.
It always
amazing.
looked painful.
Yeah. He's the guy with no toes.
No toes McGinty's the
Yeah.
best kicker I've ever seen.
And actually, there was a guy, but he wore a shoe though. Tom Dempsey.
And he had no toes?
Yeah, he actually was born like without part of his arm, and I think part of his foot was missing too. He had to wear a special shoe. He actually had the record for the longest field goal up until, I don't know, the last 15, 20 years. Tom Dempsey.
They've had a K-ball for a long. Yeah, the K-ball. That's what it's called. Thank you. Anabolic steroids became illegal to use and distributed. In 1988 as part of the Anti-Drug Abuse Act of 1988. See,
Wow.
the facts.
Man.
Paco, all right. Patrick Mahomes still
We
wears the
need our
same pair of
fact
underwear
checker.
every game. Maybe same brand. I have a feeling after 6 years now, he must have. Those have to have gotten pretty holy and worn out.
Through, yeah. So,
Maybe he just has like a tiny little piece. He just tucks in his new pair.
it's his what's the word for when you keep your whiskeys and mix them up?
An infinity.
It's his infinity
underwear.
His infinity pair. He just
It's
keeps a little
infinity
scrap,
pair.
and then when that one goes, he takes a pair of scrap from that. So they're all connected.
Little spice again on the front of the tongue. Little like oak. In the third one specifically. Little oak, little spice on the front of the tongue.
It's like cotton candy now. Second one.
The first one is like sweet now.
The first one always was sweet to me.
Yeah, but now this one is like sugary vanilla to me.
But
The
this
first
one is.
Oh, they both kind of have. This one has like a toasted note to it.
Yeah, like a vanilla
Yeah.
nut.
See, this is what's fun about then going back through again.
Interesting, yeah.
Because to
Wow.
me, like so far, until we got to the third one, the first two, I was like, these are kind of similar. I'm getting my taste warmed up. I don't really know if these are really going too far.
This one I get more heat from again, so that's interesting. All right, I'm ready for this guy.
What if the ball is regulation, though? Does that constitute cheating? If the ball is regulation, though? I don't know. If it's regulation, then it's not cheating.
Balls.
If the ball is in regulation, you deflate it, but keep it within the PSI rating, that isn't cheating. Yeah, if it's as long as it's within the range, yeah, for sure. Ooh.
Almost a little something herbal in this one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's like some baking spices in there, a little herbal.
This has got to be one of the...
I feel it
Haven't
has to
tasted
by
it
the
yet, but-
aroma. Have you
Yeah.
tasted it already?
No, as I haven't tasted it yet, but
No, the aroma, yeah, there's like some herbal baking. This is my favorite now so far, this last one. Has to be between 12.5 and 13.5 PSI.
Psy.
Paco knows
Gundam
more
style.
about sports for
Oh.
someone who doesn't watch sports than anyone in the entire world.
Research.
Let's go to the fact checker here in chat. Let's go to Paco. She's got some facts for us. Paco knows more about sports than us, probably. Or is good at Google. Let's go with the sports thing. Yeah, some baking spice, a little sweet, little oak, little vanilla. This one's the most complex on the. It's
Yeah.
almost like a powdered sugar. There's like something like kind of cakey in there too. Ooh. All right, I gotta try this one now. Black tea. I think that's got to be the Frey Ranch. A little spicy on the front. Black tea. Pretty smooth though.
That's definitely one of the higher proof.
That has to be. I think that's the Frey Ranch.
I'm loving that. Well, you had a 1 in 9 shot.
I know it because I've had that one not recently, but within the last month I have had that one because that's one of my favorites. And I always remember at least one of these. Usually there is one that's always like, oh yeah, there's like a black tea kind of like that one's just good. That's
good.
That's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
That's going to be an easy one there. I'm going to have to go back through the others, but the fourth one is my favorite. I wish she almost should have kept the note and I could have been like, what was 4? Like I just want to know what that one is.
Oh, I can tell you. Let me look.
No,
Then I'll see
there's
the
all-
others too.
Yeah, you'd see the
Okay.
other ones too. I don't want to.
This is a way to hide
Let's
it.
do it at the end.
Okay.
All right. So that was it's interesting now as we're going back through because even just doing some of those sniffs, like it was already changing a little bit. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going back through these again. You're never doing the cod again? Oh, Frosty, I'm sorry. It wasn't any good. Does Bill Belichick have an asterisk next to his name for Hall of Fame, or does he get a pass? The same goes for Tom. They get in. I give that a hard time and I make jokes, but they're the best of the best. Like I hate them both, but like I said, they're the best of the best. There's no reason they shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. I think Tom Brady is a dick, and I think Bill Belichick's an asshole.
And dicks.
Exactly. We could have gone that route too, but I think they're the best of the
Team
best.
America?
Yeah, like I said, I feel that I at least usually try and have a slightly unbiased opinion, even though I'll make jokes about it. Yeah, like I said, they're the best of the best. I don't think there's. I mean, I think Patrick Mahomes has a chance to win that many Super Bowls as long as Andy Reid keeps coaching. There's no way he doesn't. Already having 4 because I'm an asshole. He's an ass. He's a lucky asshole. Frosty takes one to know one, right? Am I right, my friend? Going after Tom Brady is my favorite player and couldn't stand Bill, never a Patriot fan. And I get that too. Like, yeah, I have definitely been up and down on Tom Brady, like throughout my, like I said, watching his career, always recognized his, greatness on the football field. But then, when you just hear the stories, the thing I don't like about Tom Brady, like one of the things besides his, we won't get into that. Things on the football field. I'll stick to that. I don't like when you hear all the stories about Tom Brady and it's the like when he wins, he's all like whatever. But then when he loses, he is the biggest sourpuss in the world, doesn't shake the hands of the other quarterback, runs off the field immediately. All it's like, can you be a bigger bitch in the world that you've won 7 Super Bowls? And yet when someone else finally beats you or, like maybe gets you to a different place or whatever, like that you don't make it to the, have the, like, what was it when they lost to the Dolphins and he wouldn't shake that guy's hand. He would multiple stories of that. I think that's just real, that you just like a horrible sport and that's just lame. He didn't take losing as well. There is a difference between not taking a loss well, but still being respectful of the team on the other side and being a jerk. And that to me is like being a real jerk, that if you can't walk over there after a football game and you've had that much winning and you go home and sleep next to your supermodel wife on your pile of cash and you can't like have a happy like handshake for the other guy and walk off the field, come on. Like
No happy endings.
No.
Oh, wait. No.
I'm sure that happened.
Oh, wait.
But yeah, Chiefs are definitely overrated. You're just hoping Lucky's in here guarding down.
Yeah, that sounds like an inflammatory statement to me.
Have you tasted back through?
No, I've smelled back through. It is weird how when you go through these, you go back to the previous one and it has more of a cotton candy smell almost.
Yeah, a little more sweet, like sugar kind of coming through.
This one has a little fruit to it now.
Oh, ex-wife. That is true. That is true. She made the smart move there. Wait, what? Lucky will wake up from his nap. That blasts me exactly, Paco. He's like, he wakes up from
This one
his
goes
corner
back to
cup.
like a little fruit, almost like fig.
Toasted vanilla in this one now. The second one, I'm getting like a toasted vanilla, like
It's
almost
got
like a
little
cake.
fig, and this has got like a little vanilla cherry almost.
Because I can't stand the Chiefs. They are the best team of football, and Reed is top. Yeah, Reed, I think, is quietly one of the best coaches ever. Excuse me. Insult the Chiefs, Huskers are corn, and he'll be summoned. He will be summoned. Turning into the Patriots and people hate it. I mean, I don't hate it. Like, I don't have anything. That's the thing. I don't have anything against. Like, I like seeing different. Obviously, I'd like my team to be in the mix. I just want to be in there somewhere. I'd like my team to be in the mix. To quote from the jerk. I want my team to be in there somewhere, but like you
I'd
can't
just be happy to be in there somewhere.
Yeah, there you go. Like you can't deny how an amazing coach Andy Reid is, and like I said, that football team is great, and they just need to do what they can. Love that Philly threw Reid out when he was a great. I know. Yep, Philly does that a lot. Just like the NFL contoured the rules around the Patriots for years, the Chiefs will be the next team to contour future NFL rules.
I don't dislike any of them.
I don't think I dislike any of them either. I'm trying to think of what I want to find my least favorite one now. So Keith's going to read chat now. I need to get focused again.
Insult the Chiefs. Huskers are corn, and he will be summoned. Oh, wait. Is that like saying Candyman 3 times in the mirror or something like that?
Yeah.
Just like the NFL contoured rules around the Patriots for years, the Chiefs will be the next team to contour future NFL rules. Okay. Top 5 coaches in no order: Don Shula, Bill Parcells, Andy Reid, Bill Belichick, Jimmy Johnson. I didn't see Mike Ditka in there. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I think that's probably the right list.
Tom Landry.
They were the first ones to complain about the tush push. Oh, were they? Which is weird because Andy Reid is a big fan of the tush push.
Oh, wow. Not on the field though.
No. Just when Travis Kelce grabs him.
Yeah. Would you
Lucky is the Beetlejuice of corn country.
please grab me from behind? Yeah. That's good. Nice.
Brotherly shove going no more, Kelsey. This
Them up. Because the numbers are on the bottom, so it's okay. You don't have to keep them in order.
yeah, Planty, big fan of Jason Kelsey. Jason Kelsey's looks.
Jason Kelsey?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's a handsome fellow. Have you seen his wife too? They seem like a fun couple.
Okay, that's not mixing up. I'm going to stop right now. All right, now, because I think I could tell that one apart.
Do you want to know something very funny?
Did I put them in the same
You're
order?
the exact same. They're 1, 2, 3, 4. I can read the numbers
Damn
from there.
it.
I shouldn't have said anything, but that's
You
hilarious.
shouldn't have.
After everything you did, all of a sudden I looked down and I saw they were in still 1, 2, 3, 4 order.
That's pretty crazy.
Huge fan. Do you have a poster of him up on your wall, Planty? Planty has a Jason Kelsey poster. This is my locker room photo I took of Jason Kelsey. Planty doesn't talk like that at all, but
During March, planting.
or ceiling, yeah. It's a picture of Jason Kelsey winking. How clothed is he? These jockstrap photos are tough to get. No comment. I'm gonna be, man. I'm gonna be sad at myself if it's not. This has to be the Frey Ranch. I feel, or whichever one this is. This is one that I've always liked. I'm always like, man, I love that because it has that black tea note. So whichever one of these it is, I don't think it's the Stag.
You know who would probably know these instantly?
Who?
Fitz.
You think so?
He's so good at this kind of stuff, but
Well, next time we do a big blind tasting like this, we have to have him do it. He has to bring over like 2 or 3 from his collection.
Ooh.
I break out my stuff.
Ooh.
And then we once again have my wife go through and pick. And it's just the whole podcast is this.
Yeah.
We have like, whatever. We just get Ubers home. We have like 5 of them here. And we just all sit here and taste and talk. That would be fun. Because then
I'll
there'd be
bring
stuff
the
that
Jack
I've never had.
Daniels. We'll mix it. Oh, wait.
Yeah, wait, no. No, did you pitch that, didn't you?
Number 7?
Oh, yeah, the old number 7
that
brand.
I pitched. Yeah, that I definitely pitched.
Yeah, if you ever want to hear Fitz, you can go way back in the archives on our
Way back.
website. I don't think any of those are on YouTube. Like I did some of the audio stuff on YouTube. but
Yeah, I
don't
remember
think,
when you did that.
I don't think that one's up there. I should move some of that stuff to YouTube. Man. It gets tough as you get down toward the bottom.
Mhm. Wow. Is he pandering to the audience or to the
Top 5
hosts?
players: Brady at 1, Walter Payton at 2, Jerry Rice at 3, Ray Lewis 4, Dick Butkus 5. I mean,
Okay.
2 bears for you because they're legendary
Legend,
brothers.
wait for it.
Brothers?
Dairy.
Yeah, Dairy. I mean, again, that's a list you can't like really debate. I mean, it's tough. Different eras for a lot of those things and whatever else. I mean, I think Barry Sanders is absolutely ridiculous, and you know,
I think I'd need. They're all tasting the same now, to me, because these 3 are similar, not the same.
I feel these 3 kind of are. This one is definitely the standout. This is my favorite.
To me, this was absolutely.
Okay, so I'm just going to set that. I wanted to do the last or the least one first, but so I'm trying to figure out my least favorite. I think it's 1. I think for me the first one is my least favorite. And again, I actually am enjoying all of these. So I want to put that out there at first, so I don't look like a complete ass when that's Blanton's or something like that I do enjoy.
Right.
But I that's my least favorite. I think currently I'm trying number 2 and 3 like one more time. Can't imagine Barry Sanders' numbers if he didn't retire. I know that's what you always have to think of, Blau. Case be made for Calvin Johnson if his career wasn't what it was. Yeah, you could easily be in the top 10 for sure.
Really put them back in the same.
Yeah, I was amazed with all the
You
moving.
can easily read them from here.
Yeah, I can from this angle. I can
Yeah.
read them perfectly.
Oh yeah. All the maneuvering, shell game, and all the spilling I almost did, I put them right back in the same order.
Barry Sanders is the best running back with Peyton in NFL history. Yeah, that's kind of how I always feel. I didn't think that had actually almost run out. I think that might be the other high. I think 2 is the other high proof. I bet that's the larceny. This could be. I don't think this is Stag, but it could be. Could be the Vantage. I'm not a huge. Maybe.
Oh, I like it that you're going to try to guess.
I'm kind of am a little bit.
Then I think you're going to give me the list because I have no idea.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, maybe I will have you read it once we figure it out. Have you decided what your least favorite is?
I think 2.
I think that's kind of maybe where I'm. Although it might be 3 for me. That's why I pushed that one forward. I think 3.
I think I'm going to go 4, 3, 1.
Oh
2.
yeah, you should put him. I'll put the glasses in the order you. So favorite from most to least.
Most 4, 3, 1, 2.
Okay.
I'm going 43, 12.
Hey, Pocket, how's it
Pocket.
going?
Hello,
Good to see you,
Pocket.
Pocket. Yeah, I think that's that.
Greetings and salutations.
Wide receivers up for grabs between Rice, Moss, and Fitzgerald. Yeah. I mean, I think Jerry Rice is probably the greatest NFL. Like, don't you feel?
Yeah. I think so.
It's kind of a fight for second, in my opinion. I like that you put Fitzgerald in there, though.
Yeah.
Because Fitzgerald, which I would like, again, we joke about all these other people and their stuff. Fitzgerald, like, not only seems like an amazing person off the field, philanthropist, human, like, just great human being, but also, God, they should have won that Super Bowl. Like, I was not a Cardinals fan, but oh my God, like, some of the plays he made, I've seen some of
That's one of the ones we watched here. There are a few I remember from watching here on celebrating your birthday, and that's
Planty
one of them.
asked a question. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Is your wife the only person that knows which is which? Yes.
At this point,
yes. She wrote them all down there on... Sorry, I've got...
His,
the
list was in the other pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no.
Wait, pocket knows. It's in the pocket. It's pocket.
Oh, it's a football.
So they're on there. Don't open that yet.
Oh,
but
speaking of football, it's the paper football.
Yeah. She wrote them in Morse code. Yeah, exactly.
That was funny when the vet gives him his book. He's like, what's up for my little black book? And he's like, do you mind if I take a look at that? Remember when he was like when they were setting up Howard and he was getting whatever stuff that would make him like be a little buzzed or something. And he hands him his book and he looks at it. He's like, you think I'd really write all those names in English or whatever? It was all like in Japanese or some sort of strange code.
Craziest stat I've ever heard. Fitzgerald has more career tackles than he does drops. That's insane. I love that stat. I have never heard that. Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, no, like you said, he was also just, I remember...
Stop looking.
No, what? I thought you wanted me to...
No, I said don't look yet.
Don't look. Okay.
I said don't. I'm still thinking. I don't want you to even be like, ooh.
No looking.
No. He caught everything. That's true. I have never heard that before. That's amazing.
He's a good guy.
We didn't see Jim Brown or Gail Sayers or older age running backs, so how can we say they aren't better? I mean, you hear a lot of people make the case for Jim Brown.
Gail
Sayers his career was cut short. He's another one of those kind of guys.
No, Jim Brown is.
But Jim Brown is definitely in there.
Stellar.
I would agree. You forget I'm older than a lot of you people though too. I actually saw Walter Payton and Barry Sanders.
And Jim Brown.
In their prime. No. I didn't see Jim Brown.
Oh, not Jim Brown.
We'd have to bring Dad in here. Shirebears have never had a 4,000-yard passer. Don't
until this year.
Until Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams threw for 4,000 yards. 2,000 of them to DJ Moore.
Probably. It's about how it'd have to go. Really tough. I'm not going to lie. It's really tough because 1, 2, and 3 are very similar to me. They have subtle little notes of other things, but nothing is really a standout to me.
I was
like,
worried.
I keep going back and it's like, that one might be a little sweeter. That one has a little more oak. That like they are all like very similar pours. So I'm very interested to see what these are. And knowing that one of them is a higher proof, although it could be the Vantage, which is usually oakier and it is only 115, but still is a higher proof. That also kind of blows my mind a little bit too. So I've kind of been trying to find, but it could be what I can't see. Neither one of these is the only one this could be is this either has to be the Frey Ranch or the Stag, because it's not the Barrel. What was the other one? Oh, or the Larceny, because that better not be. If that's the Larceny, I will.
40. No,
I don't know what I will do.
I'm glad. I was worried that because I was going back to them so often and they were kind of melding into one.
You don't get to say you people, wink, wink, Tropic Thunder. Yeah, nice brothers.
That I was worried that because these the more I tried them, the more similar they seemed, and this one just definitely stood apart with its notes, which is why I'm saving that. I will finish that one.
Might just like have to go by aroma. Since its creation, every NFC South team has both finished last in division and appeared in at least one Super Bowl. That is a strange fact. I like that. Time to spread democracy. Have a good eating. Frosty, have a good rest of your evening, bud. Go spread some democracy. Enjoy the hell divers. Sorry about your cod. That might be the order. I think 2 is. Should I be an ass and make a complete guess just to be completely wrong?
That's not an ass. That's being a risk taker.
Okay.
And I like it.
All right. So I think. Well, how do we want to do it? So do we want it? So my least favorite is 3.
That was my second favorite, but they're so close. Do you want me to look?
Well, I don't know how do you want to do this? Like, so my least favorite is right. So my least favorite is 3. Your least favorite is 2.
2, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but these are
Did we get any of these?
To be honest,
we didn't put
these
any
are-
of these in the same order, really, did we?
4312. Yeah, we put this
Oh,
one.
1. So 1 is the same.
Yeah.
Is the 1 the second? Okay.
Yes.
So what was number 1? Because we both had that in the same spot. I think that is. Hold on. I think 1 is.
I was able to open this and only see that 1.
Okay. 1 is.
Give a couple maybe that you think that you're guessing between, and then
Now I don't have any left in here.
here you can have mine.
Okay.
If you want to go out on a limb from
I
the
do want
beginning,
to.
that's fine. Or give a couple and then say, here are the contest. Here's what I think it is between 2, and then say it, or however you want to do it.
I think 1 is, which is our second favorite or second least favorite, right?
We both agreed it was in third
Place.
spot.
There we go.
Yes.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
I feel 1 in third place is.
And once again, they're all so close. I probably could have mixed and matched.
Same. I feel it might be the Smoke Wagon or the Statesman. I don't think it's. Usually the Origin, I get a chocolate note, which I'm not getting right now. So I hope it's not that one. That's the only one I'm worried about because I'm like, is that one? But I don't think it's that.
Sometimes
I
they
don't
say
think
to trust your initial.
I'll say it's this. My first feeling is it's the Smoke Wagon.
You are correct.
Is it?
You are correct.
Okay. I can't believe that. That's amazing.
So I was like, stop.
That's not what you're
Just
saying.
stop.
Yeah, because that's usually what that, and that was my. So that was, what did we say? That was our third.
It was, yeah. Once,
Okay.
and to some extent, interchangeable.
I
Because
agree.
we didn't dislike
three
any
are
of them.
the first
Yeah.
three are honestly kind of like I kept going. That's why I
Okay.
had to literally had to taste through my glass and part of Keith's to try and figure out.
So 2 was my. You want to know what the second one was?
Well, let's go with that one so we can just go in order then.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 was your fourth place.
My fourth place.
That was
yes.
my second place. So let me see what.
And what have you? Okay, so now it's down to.
Well, now it still could be anything. It still could be 8.
Well,
now I have 1 in 8 chance.
But also, 2 of these are the barrel proof. So which one do you think?
I think I think I thought this was the barrel proof. I think I thought this was the larceny.
Number 2?
Or wait a minute. No, one of these I thought was the larceny, and I can't remember if I moved it to last or moved it to there.
Da-da-da.
No.
What?
What?
Doug Williams has as many Super Bowl touchdown passes as the Denver Broncos? I don't think that's right.
Maybe that can't be. Yeah. What? Wait. Yeah. Wait. Explain that better.
Maybe. Man. Number 2.
I'm gonna. Yeah. I don't. Weirdly, I don't know why I have that one there. I guess I do like that one a little bit. I think that's the larceny barrel proof is number 2.
Number 2
That's what I'm gonna go with.
is one of the barrel proofs, but it's the barrel.
Oh, it's the Vantage.
Number
okay.
2 is the barrel Vantage.
I thought it was a little oaky and was kind of like, because usually the larceny one is a little bit hot. Okay, yeah, that makes sense because that one's not as spicy on the back. Okay, I had that one as my
Okay.
second favorite. Okay, so that was my number 2. That was your least favorite,
Yes. Yes.
which holds true. Keith not even being a fan of the Vantage. That's remember the 2 Vantages we've had. That is now your least favorite in this tasting. And that was the one we did. It was also, you're like, that's okay.
Was this our, no, this wasn't our,
This was the redemption one where you're like, oh, this one's better than the
Okay,
other one.
okay.
But
All right,
still,
very good.
out of these, at least was your
Yes.
least favorite. Okay, that
but
was
still,
interesting.
it's not like I was like, oh, yeah, not really a big fan. Just not as much. Okay.
Okay, before we get to the next ones, yes, do not scratch your eyes. I promise you read that right. Of course, everyone remembers Doug Williams' heroic performance in Super Bowl 22, throwing 4 touchdowns in a blowout victory that wrote his name in NFL history. His opponent of that fateful day, the Broncos, were making their second Super Bowl appearance in franchise history and their second in succession. Wait, you still didn't quite explain it, though.
Because the Denver Broncos have lost 3 Super Bowls and they've won 2. And so you're saying that Elway in all of those Super Bowls didn't throw. And actually, they were actually in the Super Bowl in the 70s against the Cowboys. And I can't remember how they had. I think they lost 27-10. So they had 1 touchdown. I don't know how that touchdown was scored.
Well, Elway ran one in. I remember that.
He ran one in, but he also threw that one to, what's his name, Rod Smith. That got past. So he threw at least 1, but that's still not 4. And he threw 4 that day? Holy moly. Because I know that what's his name, like Timmy Johnson or something like that, ran for over 200 yards against. And we watched that, or I watched that, well, you were probably there too. It was at Mom and Dad's house, 1988, and Mom made chili. And Brian was actually at the house for that game.
That does sound familiar, actually.
Yeah.
Even though that's how much whiskey I've handed.
It still
that
sounds familiar.
Sounds familiar. All right, so that was...
that was number 2.
So
we're down to number 3.
So number 3 for me was my least favorite.
Your least favorite. My second favorite, with 1, 2, and 3 being interchangeable.
Hold on, let's see. Man, I'm going to say that's the Statesman, maybe. I don't know. It just seems... I feel that's going to... Well, no. You going to have any more of that?
Oh, you need some more.
Take one more sip.
Yeah, I actually do like
it. Could be the Statesman, or that could be the...
Okay. Well,
could be Statesman, could be Blanton's.
I love stats. Stats are good.
Could be McKenna.
The fact that you got 1 of the 4 right,
I know.
You win. You win.
I'm going to say that's the Henry McKenna.
The fact that you got 2 right.
Really?
Yep.
The bottle and bond? Okay.
Because you changed from...
I thought it was the Statesman. I said the Statesman. I said, or it's the Henry McKenna. And then I had to go back there to taste that to think like, okay, that seems a little smoother than the Statesman. I've got 1 more chance.
You are 2 out of 3. So McKenna is not...
That was my least favorite.
Barrel proof.
It is a bottle and bond, so it's 100 proof.
100, oh, yeah, 100. Okay, right. Okay.
And it's actually a 10-year.
Okay.
You can find that if you like that, since that was your number 2. You can actually find that at Costco for even a better deal than I got it. Like when I got it, it was like $60, which was still a good deal because it's an allocated, hard to find kind of thing.
Right.
Costco has had it lately $47.
Okay.
Which I know does not sound cheap. Like I said, again, your budgets may vary or whatever. Yeah. But I think that one, the more I have drank it, the more I have found it solid. But that's funny that I put that one actually last. Especially behind the Smoke Wagon, which is surprising because I'm not a huge fan of the Smoke Wagon. I think the more I had it, I probably would swap those. I probably would put the Smoke Wagon last.
Okay. That was
doing
the
those now.
First.
Yeah. So number 4 is
okay.
So number 4 is our universal favorite.
Yes.
Which I feel it's either the Stag or the Frey Ranch. I'm going to say it's the Frey Ranch because I think that's the black tea.
You went 3 for 4.
That's pretty impressive. Actually, I'm pretty happy with that.
3 for 4. Wow. That
must be nice to have a Costco. Fuck yeah, it is.
Wow. I mean, you had 9 to choose from.
This one to me, I have had like this is one, like, I'm going to be honest with you. Like the Frey Ranch was the easiest. Like I was hoping it was this one.
Yeah.
Just because this is one I've had a decent amount of. And every time I go back to it, that black tea note, I get it every time. And so like, I understand when people, get consistent with Bevy, the Bourbon Whisperer.
Yeah. Whenever 4, here's the proof right here.
What was the one
the Barrel Vantage.
Yeah.
That's right. So the high proofs were 2 and 4.
Okay.
The Barrel Vantage, and it was the lowest.
It is 115. Yeah. Okay. That was why that one was kind of deceptive.
Yeah.
Because definitely when I have that one, it is not quite as hot.
Yeah, this one's Really good.
So the stat that Doug Williams has more touchdowns than Broncos Super Bowl. Yeah, it does. No, now thank you for. I appreciate you going through and breaking it down a little better because, like I said,
That's
the other
one that's hard
paragraph
to
made
believe.
sense, but I was like, does it? Like, so no, I appreciate it, and I love cool, fun stats like
You
that.
need to call up the Dan Patrick Show sometime when they're talking about the Broncos or Super Bowl or something, and provide them with that.
Yeah,
stat
that
of
would be a
the
good
day,
stat.
Stat of the day. What? They have a stat of the day. That would be awesome, actually.
That's stat. I
And
mean,
one of their-
that
actually-
one and the Fitzgerald stat. Like, I'm sure that you seemed like. Did you know that one?
I did not know
Okay,
that
someone.
one.
Oh, it was Frosty and Chad had heard that one. Like, I had never heard that. That's a really good one too.
One of
Brothers,
the
you should totally do that.
one of the Danettes is a huge Bronco fan, so
He'd love to hear
he'd
that.
probably love to hear that. So, especially since they just had to get rid of their quarterback. That's who we should sign, Russell Wilson,
Oh God,
to
stop.
mentor Caleb Williams.
Oh
I'm just
God.
kidding.
To show them how to run around like crazy and throw a lollipop through a host. No, stop. Well, then this is one to enjoy then for sure.
So this is the Frey Ranch
Single barrel.
single
Or
barrel.
Actually, let me go grab the. Oh, it's right.
We're gonna find it.
Can we quite? I can't quite see it. I'll grab the
Can't
bottle.
Quite. Yeah, lose 4 in a row. That's true. At least they got there, though. That's you don't want to lose sight of that. But yes, they did lose 4 in a row, which is painful. But I was hearing something about the Bills fans just being amazing, even to, even despite that they still are very revered. The Bills Mafia still looks at those teams with much affection. So that's really cool. Yeah, I think Andrew even surprised himself there, getting 3 out of 4. He was pretty sure of the number 4, but
As you can see, I've enjoyed quite a bit of this one.
it was full when I got over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh wait, no.
Wanted to make sure I knew what this tasted like. Yeah, single barrel proof, 131 and a half. Yeah, if you guys can find anything from Barrel, this stuff is fantastic. Like all their
Frey.
stuff is really good. Frey Ranch, sorry, yeah. From Frey Ranch, it's fantastic.
That's barrel proof, especially.
Yeah. Yeah, the barrel proof stuff is even better, but their rye is really good. Like I finished up their bourbon the other day. We had one of those, and that one's good. That one's maybe a little pricey for where that bourbon drinks at in particular in that one, but any of their single barrel proof stuff, their rye is good. I have a bottle of their single barrel rye, which we haven't opened yet. I have a bottle of their, they call it like uncut or farm strength or something like that. We haven't opened that
Country
one yet,
Strong.
so. Country Strong and City Poor. Buffalo Bills the only team to lose 4 in a row. Bills Mafia is one of the most diehard fan base. They're crazy. Like you see all those videos of the Bills Mafia and they're like jumping on tables like backyard wrestling style. Have you seen all that stuff? Like so the videos of like them
I
in
have
the
not
parking
seen
lot
that.
having good times. We'll call it good times, but it might be a little more than good times.
Temporary.
Uncut doesn't sound clean. I mean, if you have a Moyle in here, it's fine. He cuts the label right off for you.
We have special thanks though to your wife Litha for taking care of the
Yeah.
the blind tasting, the blind portion of the tasting.
I'm gonna be honest.
Setting us up.
My greatest fear out of the first 3 that I thought were kind of similar, had some different. I was really worried that one of them was Blanton's and one of them was this Origin, because the Origin I really love.
Okay.
I have very little left, and it usually has a chocolate note, but I was like literally like, am I getting that in any one of these? Like I was in my head, I was like, does any one of these have that note? And it didn't, so I was gonna be sad if one of those did, because I really like that one because it's unique. And then obviously the Blanton's, like, not that one's like my favorite bourbon, but it's like a fun one and it's kind of like a neat one to talk about. And it's usually good, so I would hope that it would have stood out a little bit.
Right.
So I'm glad neither of those were in here. So yeah, good choices. Yeah, definitely thank you to my wife. Those are good selections. Tip your server. Jason Kelsey this year showed up and was drunk and drinking alcohol from a bowling ball that people. Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, Jason Kelsey at the. Yeah, that was hilarious. He was just out there chugging. Yeah, that guy is a character. Do you listen to I don't really listen to their podcast, but I get clips of their
I've heard
stuff.
it's
Do you hear?
a good
It
podcast.
seems fun.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
it's just
I'm sure. Yeah,
they kind of have the same idea we do. We're 2 brothers that are good friends and they're talking with each other for a couple hours. Like
Hey.
it seems like a good idea.
they stole it from
They
us.
stole our bit. No one else did this
God
before
bless
us.
it. No one's ever done this
They owe us money.
in the history of the podcast world. No one's
They owe
done
us
this
at least
before.
tickets.
Yes.
Oh man. Well, this was pretty fantastic. What are you thinking about for next week then? Do you have any any ideas?
So next week will be
the
3 days before
16th?
St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day, the 20th?
No,
what's
today's the
the day?
7th.
Is it 7? Oh, it's the 17th.
14th, yeah.
Okay.
So, and we're probably not doing anything. We did Irish cream last week. We tried that. So that was,
we almost tried to do two.
I could bring
That
over.
was my best picture. Did you see the picture I put for YouTube for the bigger, like, longer podcast?
No.
Was the one of me, like, laughing with the thing in here and you were kind of, like, pointing. Like, that was good. That was good.
I'll have to check that out.
Green beer? Ew.
I don't know. What's something that, if there's something I've had that
Yeah, is there
I'm
anything
wanting to
big?
try? Some wine lately. I've had some beer. Yeah, you know what? At this point, I got nothing.
I kind of don't know either exactly what I want to do.
We could do this. I guess we could do this again. I probably don't want to do that 2 weeks in a row. I should focus on something.
No, I definitely want to do
Specific.
more of these though because this was super fun.
Yeah,
to me.
no, I think
like
this would be fun with.
No, I think this is cool. We can do so. The other ones that at least right now that we can do fairly easily, we could do a specifically rye, one of those because I do have, I think like 5 or 6 different ryes. At least 4 or 5. We could do rye. Irish trash cans. Do you mean an Irish car bomb? New Height Show from the Kelsey Brothers is great, and the Pat McAfee Show. So I'm going to be the weird dissenter here. I don't want to get into it because we're ending up the show here. I don't like Pat McAfee at all. I think he's like a dude bro, and he's kind of a douche. And I think he's one of those guys that wants to spread false rumors and does like hype up stuff. And also anybody that puts Aaron Rodgers on his show for like weeks at a time when he's talking like, COVID, like anti-vax, like science and stuff like that. I have a problem with them. I don't want to get into it any more than that. I'm the one with the microphone, so don't start putting stuff in chat because I'm not going to respond to it. But yeah, I don't like Pat McAfee, but I think the Kelsey Brothers stuff is great. I think they're very fun. So yeah, we could do a rye. We could do a Scotch one very easily. The Scotch one would be kind of interesting because I actually have a couple Trader Joe's Scotches still, and I've got Highland Park stuff. And whatever. So that one might be in a couple weeks. That might be kind of fun because again, we've got quite a range of. Because I've got the one that was that's different than a carbon. What's in an Irish trash can then, brothers?
An Irish trash can.
Everything you have that's Irish.
That's right.
There's actually some stew in there.
That's the Irish kitchen
There's some
sink.
corned beef.
That's the
and
Irish
there's
kitchen
some whiskey.
Ooh, corned beef. That sounds
corned beef
good.
is so good. Because I've got multiple Highland Parks, and I've got that one that was actually what was the one that was the 10-year, but it's actually we've seen it at like we've seen it at Costco, and we've also seen it at Total Wine. It's like the red writing. It's like American. It's not American. It's I can't remember what it is, but it was
Scotch?
like a pretty famous Scotch was like bottled for. It was another one that was bottled for Trader Joe's. So that one's pretty. And then I have the red label one as well.
Right.
That red label one you got me a few years ago.
Yeah.
So
that's the Speyside one, right?
Thank you. Yeah,
the
the
8-year
Speyside one.
Speyside. Okay.
It might be hard to do it by region, so it might just have to be Scotch in general. But yeah, we could do rye, we could do Scotch. So yeah,
that sounds good.
I mean, obviously, there's some here that didn't get picked. So if we either just incorporate the ones that didn't get
have
picked,
something like I still have the double oaked at the house, and
that's true.
I have the peerless. I mean,
Yeah.
I have a few things that we could contribute as well. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's still TBD, to be determined. What we'll be doing next week. Maybe some wine.
Yeah. Vodka, gin, rum, blue curacao, triple sec, peach schnapps, Red Bull. Oh my God, that does sound like a trash can.
Okay.
I make them for get-togethers. Invite me to the next get-togethers, brother. I missed it. Which one won? Oh, go ahead.
Okay, tell him which one won, and then I'm gonna also.
So the one that won wound up that both he and I picked was the. I've got it right here because there's not much left. The Frey Ranch single barrel.
Out of the 9 that Andrew put out, Litha selected 4, and then 2 were the higher proof, 2 were the regular, and yes, the far and away we both like the Frey Ranch the best.
Yeah.
And HJ, what you'll also be impressed with is of the 4, Andrew picked 3 of them. He knew what 3 of them were, 3 or 4.
Got 3 of them correct.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, he knew what the 9 were, so it wasn't like it was in your entire library, but still,
no,
that's impressive that you got 3 of the 4 right.
I felt pretty good about that one too. Something with
Yes.
Lucky Charms. That's what should be in there. Hello to the super cool and good looking people on the stream and to Andrew. This son of a bitch,
Wow.
Chucky.
Wow.
My God.
He's having another cold one.
You better be buying the drinks at the next ProneCon.
He's
I'm not
dropping
taking
it
this
in for a
anymore.
cold one.
I'm not taking this. Ooh, Trader Joe's corned beef.
Unfortunately, yeah, we don't have the pre-cooked Trader Joe's corned beef. So, Baker, if you want one, you've got to preheat you got to heat your own. Actually, cook your own because the other one you had to heat. But
I'll make
yes.
you breakfast. All right, Chucky, you're on. You're on. That's very impressive. I was pretty proud too because the first one I called out was the smoke wagon.
Yeah, yeah.
You did help lead me back to that because I said it's either this one or this one, and
I let you go with it a little bit,
and then they're like, no, go back to where you're. I was like, I think
Yeah.
it's the smoke wagon. You're like, yep, that's it.
0 for 4. I had no idea.
You didn't guess though either.
No, I didn't
think,
guess.
I think you were probably thinking you knew that was one of the high proofs.
I did know it was one of the high proofs. Yes.
Yeah. The Vantage was also, so the 4 that wound up getting, did you mention the 4 that got picked for each day?
No.
So Smoke Wagon, the Barrel Vantage, the Henry McKenna 10-year, and the Frey Ranch. I did not guess the Barrel Vantage properly, but I guess the Smoke Wagon, the McKenna, and the Frey Ranch were the ones that I got. The Barrel Vantage was kind of sneaky because it was one of the first 3, and it was hard to tell that it was any more proof really than the other ones.
Yep.
You could taste that MGP. If I make an Irish trash can, I will take your license. You can crash on my couch. Perfect, brothers. Okay, we've got it all set up then. Wait, what? Girls are coming? Wait, I'm out? Oh my gosh. No, all the girls can come. Chucky, you know that's how it works.
I'm thinking at least, I think I want to go back to wine though.
All right.
For next week. I don't know what yet though.
You don't know? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know what. It might still be, since it's raining and cool today.
What does that mean?
It might still be cool
I don't
enough that maybe I can pick something red. I don't know. I'll find something. I'll find something from the wine realm that we will venture into.
From the wine section.
I think the next, last week we had Nick's espresso martini that was very delicious. I think the next recipe he said he wants to do is a French 75, which is gin and sparkling wine. So, and that'll be good heading into spring. It's something lighter.
Sure,
anyway.
I've never been a huge fan of the French 75. Okay. Maybe I'll be changed. It probably depends on what you put in as your wine, probably, right?
As the gin?
The gin, yeah. But what else is
the sparkler.
Sparkling wine.
Yeah, we'll pick
that probably makes a difference.
Something from Frowns.
My app reloaded, which was which was your favorite of the 4? The Frey Ranch. Sorry, the Frey Ranch single barrel was our favorite.
Straight.
Both of us. As soon as we got to it, we were like, yeah. It's because
it stood out in the color. It was
sweet,
definitely darker.
Caramel, like I said, little caramel, little barrel aging. I think it tastes like black tea, and
You
that was what
picked up
jumped
the
to me.
tea.
That was the one,
Yeah,
like I said,
that
I
was
had
really
black tea.
good.
I was like, I think that was the one I guessed immediately. I was like, I think that's the Frey Ranch because I've had that one a fair amount, and that always jumps out to me as one of my favorites because it's so unique. So yeah, that was 100% that was the favorite. And then what order we did?
We both agreed on the Smoke Wagon as being our third favorite.
So Barrel Vantage was my second favorite.
Yeah, because I was 43-12.
All right, so I went. No, this can't be. These are in. No, they're not. Okay. Yeah. So I went Frey Ranch single barrel. Then I went Vantage. Then I went Henry McKenna, and then Smoke Wagon was my least favorite. Those I kind of interchanged right at the very end. I had them the other way, and then after I talked about it, I was like, and I kind of went back and tasted. I liked the McKenna a little bit better. I'm surprised, honestly, kind of how much the Smoke Wagon slid into here because that's usually one of my ones I'm not as much of a fan of. Yeah. That is best of the 4. Nice that came through in the blind. Yes, very much so. It was very different, very unique. Those other 3 were kind of close. That was what we kept talking about.
Similar as we went back. The noses were similar, and the aromas kind of mirrored each other to some extent upon reflection. Yeah.
Bevy, ignore my question. What did I miss? Wait, is Bevy coming to ProneCon? Oh, I do not know. I heard what the dates were. I would have to see.
And where is ProneCon? And are you prone?
You do not have to lay down for it the entire time.
All right.
It's in Missouri area if you want to travel to Missouri, and then it's a bunch of people from this other streamers chat that usually comes in here. Prone that comes in, a good friend of the chat and good friend of a lot of people. He's done it. Will this be the second ProneCon? think this will be the second one. He literally just like invited anyone who wants to come over there. He has like kind of like a big farm area, and he has some land.
You should go.
People come and hang out and stuff like that. And yeah, so last time it was Chucky and Lucky. I don't know. Paco, you didn't go, did you?
You should
But
go.
yeah, there's like tons and tons. But yeah, it's like July. What is it? 10th through the 14th. But yeah, they've been talking about. They're like, you need to come out. You need to go. I'm like, oh my
You
God,
should go.
That'd be a hell of a trip. Like, that'd be a hell of a trip.
Hey, the Midwest in July, the weather's great.
That sounds like no.
That's-
That sounds like a lie.
I'm sure it's awfully humid, but you should go.
Severe
sounds like
thunderstorm
fun.
warning. Do we know this is Arizona? Damn it. I'm gonna head out for a college reunion. I'm a bartender. So what? Wait, what? Oh my gosh, brothers! Good luck. It's not a
Yes.
dry heat. Yeah, it's not a dry heat at that point. There is a pool. Okay, Paco, are you
There's
going?
a pool. It sounds like there's lots of people. You guys could travel together.
I know we could. That's
You could
true.
fly out of Phoenix.
That's true. Paco and I could fly out of Phoenix together. We could go. We could meet Lucky and then drive the rest of the way with Lucky. Oh my God, that'd be a caravan and a half.
Stop at some. Yes, there you go.
It's a moist heat. Okay, some people don't like that word. It's a moist
A
heat.
moist heat.
Yeah, moist. I don't know why people
had
don't
me
like
at
that word.
moist.
You had me at moist. All right, let me see who we're gonna go say hi to
Who
here.
are we
but yeah,
rating?
so it sounds like some wine we're talking about next
Wine,
week,
yep.
and then in a couple weeks we'll do another one of these blinds, probably Scotch based, because I think that'd be kind of fun with the Trader
Yeah.
Joe's stuff, slipping that in there, maybe allowing us to dispel our misconceptions, maybe sometimes on that stuff. Although the two that I have are ones that I have actually liked. That's what I wound up grabbing those. Let's see. There's a lot of random people on right now who don't want to pick.
Lucky?
No, Lucky's not streaming right now. Is
Okay.
Lucky streaming right now? Lucky's not streaming right now. Is Pro not right now? Pro's not. Gab streaming right now? Can we find some like regular? No. Where's our regulars? Our regulars aren't on. He's still sleeping? My God. Ridiculous. Wake up! That was my dry January. It was damn.
go.
Oh, nice.
wanted to.
I want to do. I want you to put on a little makeup. I want to do.
I heard that song today, actually.
Did you?
One of the guys at work, it's on his playlist. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't think you trust.
Oh, Hachi is on. All right, let's do that. Yeah, let's make it easy on ourselves. All right, let's go say hi to Haji, and yeah, thank you guys all for coming in and hanging out.
Johnny.
We appreciate you all very much. We will be back next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Time change this Sunday though.
Ooh, it does change.
4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern.
But doesn't change here.
It never changes here.
But we
As-
don't want
as-
to talk about Mountain. We
no, we never talk about Mountain.
But
We don't
never
talk-
at dusk.
We don't talk about Mountain. We don't talk about. Wait, it's Mountain.
Bye,
What's-
Planty.
What's the other one? We don't talk about Bruno. That's who we don't talk about, I guess. Bye, Keith. Have a great
Goodbye,
night, Beverage
everyone.
Brothers.
Yes.
Good night
Thanks
to
for joining
everybody.
us. See me
100%.
next week. See him tomorrow.
You'll see me tomorrow for some more Red Dead 2 dishonorable playthrough. I've been.
You've revisited.
Yeah, it's painful. Everyone,
Perhaps a whiskey?
Yeah, it will be a whiskey tomorrow. I think I'm actually going to have the Blantons tomorrow, to be honest with you.
Okay.
It's going to be painful though, because I've been doing the dishonorable playthrough, so I'm doing mean things in Red Dead,
Oh.
not being a good guy like I normally am.
Oh.
Good night,
Little
see you
twist.
next
Good
week.
night, everyone.